Attention Institute personnel. Whether we like it or not, the Earth has finally completed another orbit around the Sun. And because we, as a civilization, have determined this to be of great importance, this occasion seems as good an excuse as any to reflect on the last year and talk about what we have planned for 2023. Now, I think overall, the last 12 months have been a bit mixed. Behind the scenes, we had to deal with the continued delays related to both our Patreon rewards and merchandise on the Templin Commissary, all stemming from ongoing issues with our various fulfillment partners. Sending out thousands of packages during the height of the COVID pandemic was one of the most challenging efforts the Templin Institute has ever undertaken. It resulted in a lot of additional stress and some sleepless nights, and if you're still waiting on some Patreon rewards or some items from the commissary, thank you so much for your understanding and patience. Physical rewards sent to our patrons is something that I think really defines the Templin Institute and helps set us apart, and we'll always be committed to putting in that extra bit of effort. But it's a lot easier when the cards aren't stacked against you. In terms of the investigations and live streams undertaken by this channel, I think the Institute remains on solid footing. We started off the year with an extended and sometimes exclusive look into the nations of the old world, finished off our Star Wars Reimagined trilogy, held another Fleet Week, began releasing shorts, and even started a new little sub-series in which we started to rank the respective powers of various galaxies. The response to these latter videos was great, so expect additional investigations in this vein. But the highlight of 2022 was of course our 5-year anniversary. It has been a true privilege to investigate alternate worlds, and reaching that milestone means a great deal to me. That said though, we didn't quite deliver on everything we'd hoped to in 2022. If you're one of the many people waiting for the next season of Stellaris Invicta, or another long-form investigation into the application of military power across interstellar distances, you might have ended last year a bit disappointed. I was too, but with the aforementioned issues eating up a lot of time behind the scenes, I think it was important to be realistic about what content we were capable of producing. Nobody wants to see a rushed, half-hearted season of Stellaris Invicta, or a poorly researched video on what a dreadnought is or isn't. So what does this all mean for 2023? Well, right now, I'm just enjoying the last half of the Templin Institute's extended hiatus, and I can think of no better way to spend this break than afflicted by COVID, so this has been wonderful. It hasn't been all bad though, and I think I really underestimated just how necessary it is to take some time to relax, and not use every break as an excuse to report on some convention somewhere, to the point where it really isn't a break at all. When we return in February though, we'll be firing on all cylinders, and that's going to be the name of the game for the rest of 2023. If 2022 was something of a recovery year, then I want the next 12 months to be where we really move forward with new content, new ideas, and new reasons to be part of the Templin Institute. We have plans for another mini-series of similar scope to Stellaris Invicta. I'd like to finally figure out the long-awaited Templin podcast and explore a greater variety of alternate worlds. I'd also like to update and refine some of the foundations of the Templin Institute, starting with our Patreon, which could use a bit of a refresh. Most of all though, I want to embrace the unexpected. I would love it if every 1 or 2 months we released a video or just did something that elicited the response, "I can't believe the Templin Institute did this." We can't go anywhere after all, so why not take advantage of that? I'm just spitballing here, but maybe we drop the whole investigating alternate worlds thing and become a men's lifestyle channel instead. I can show you my morning routine and all the facial cleansers I use and all that stuff. I mean, it'll be a short video because I don't use any facial cleansers, but there's something there, right? Regardless though, that's my brief overview of what I'd like the Templin Institute to work on this year. But as always, I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Are there any new directions you'd like the Templin Institute to consider expanding into? Are there any areas where you think we could improve? And what alternate worlds are you most excited for in 2023? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, thank you all so much for your support. The Templin Institute investigates the nations, factions, and organizations of alternate worlds. If you've enjoyed this video and would like to join the Templin Institute, consider pledging to our Patreon page. Along with increased security access, you'll be able to vote in polls to determine future topics, get custom wallpaper every week, and receive some other exclusive rewards.